Wow, this is so cool. I wanna get into this. What are these? So, it's been a while since I made a video with voiceover. More accurately, this is my second attempt at making video with voiceover. Before I start this video, I'd like to address that this video is not a how to make your D&D character video, but I can recommend you this video that I use as a guide to make my character. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. I know D&D through VTuber's peer, and after watching some session, I really wanna get into it. So, obviously, the first thing I had to do is to create a character. The VTuber that I watched warned that TTRPG involved a lot of reading, and he was right. I don't hate reading, but I am easily prone to analysis paralysis, and thankfully with how easy everything these days, I can just search some quote on YouTube and follow the instruction without any knowledge whatsoever. As this is my first time, I decided to make something basic, a human wizard. I know how wizard has somewhat a bad reputation and I've seen the meme, but why wizard? Other than me playing random online personality quiz and code wizard, I prefer being in the support role in RPG. Also, wizard has much humble beginning than other spellcasting class, so I think it fits with what I'm about to create. First thing first, to create a concept. My character concept is a fortune teller who goes on an adventure to learn the secret of the universe. And here comes my mistake. Instead of make a concrete based on what kind of person she is, I immediately jump straight into designing her. A good character design can create an immersion of what the character is like visually, or should I say, the vibe. As someone who aspires to be a character designer, this is such an embarrassment. As a result, my character ends up looking somewhat bland and the design I made is specifically done to look funny in TV form. Well, some of the design choices are consciously big. Instead of big wizard hat, she wears a cloak with hood because I think of her as someone that cold and reserved. The back of her hood done that way to give a nod at how some wizard hats design. I picked blue and gold color combination because I think it looks magical. After finishing her design, it is time to fill the character sheet. A character sheet contains everything to know about your character. There are your character identity, stats, list of equipment, skills, and even backstory. Now, I have another word to warn for you. Do not pick any spellcasting class as your first D&D character, unless you are not prone to analysis paralysis. On level 1, wizard can pick 3 cantrips and 6 spells. That's 9 spells that you can pick. Not only easily prone to analysis paralysis, I am also very indecisive. Unfortunately, I decided to just limit my choices to the 2014 basic rule spells. As I filling in my character sheet, I already had some ideas about my character, but the ideas keep growing and it made me worried that her design doesn't fit her anymore. But whatever, maybe when she levels up, I'll make her a new design, so it's kinda that case when a character has a R, SR, and SSR versions. I decided to start on 3rd level because it made her already got the experience, but also not too OP. As her backstory, unfortunately, it seems the official backstory list don't have the one that fits with what I write, and thus I must look for some homebrew backstory and hopefully my future GM accepts it. There are many schools for wizard to pick, but a school you ask? Well, I think it's more of a what kind of magic that your character focuses on. Obviously, I picked School of Divination, but it's kinda funny how most spells that I pick are not from the Divination school because I wanna balance it out. Also, a cool thing about Divination class that at 2nd level, you have a physical portent. After a long rest, you roll 2 d20s and the numbers you got can be used to replace bad rolls. And now with everything done, let's take a look at the result. Adria is just a normal girl that was born to a traveling merchant family. They never had what we call a house as they are a nomad. Ever since she was a little, she had already traveled through cities, helping her parents' business, and met all kinds of people. Like any other kid, she always curious. Why they are day and night? Why the sky is blue? What are fate and destiny? She always curious about anything. While her parents might unable to answer all of her questions, they did teach her how to read and write, resulting of sometimes she spent her day in the local library. Her curiosity led her to learn magic, but divination and fortune-telling are what intrigued her the most. As her parents got older, they decided maybe it's time to finally settle and spend the rest of their life peacefully. They built a house in a nice village and grew vegetables that later they would sell to other villagers. Adria's fortune-telling skill came in handy as it helped them getting more money. After some years of settling in, her desire to learn about the world still not wavered. She wants to go on an adventure, but she can't just leave her parents alone. She's an only child, and who's gonna help taking care of them? One day she decided to have a talk with her parents about her concerns. Her parents gave her a permission to go, encouraged even. Despite she did grateful, she thanks her parents for giving her the opportunity. Some days later, she stepped out of village, continuing her journey.